distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Excellencies, I want to thank you for contributing to this discussion. Allow me to also recognize our special guest, our sister from across the seas, Prime Minister Mia Mottley of Barbados, who has been working closely with us on joint Caribbean-Africa Health Cooperation. When the first Africa leadership meeting on investing in health was held here in 2019, donor support for health budgets was already under strain. And as African governments, it was time to start getting more serious about financing our health systems out of domestic revenues. The work done over the past few years, led by Auda NEPAD and its partners, has provided us with tools to know how effective our health spending is. That is because it is much easier to make the argument to our parliaments and taxpayers that we should spend more on health if we are also spending those funds better for bigger health outcomes. Overall, this has resulted in significant improvements to expanded healthcare access through a well-trained medical workforce and the use of technology. But Africa now finds itself at a crossroads. The health financing landscape has shifted dramatically. To attract grant funding for health, we will have to make a very strong case. And that means contributing more from our own resources and relentlessly focusing on value for money. We should not be daunted by this. The work to build our continent, including our health, cannot be outsourced to anyone else. Current events are therefore an invitation for us to take full ownership of our challenges and find alternative ways of addressing them. I would like to suggest 3 new approaches for the next chapter of our shared domestic health financing mission. First, our continental health bodies are just as much a part of our national health systems as our own hospitals and clinics. We must commit to contributing more to Africa, CDC, Auda NEPAD, and the African Medicines Agency. Strong and capable continental bodies save us money and save lives. And we saw this clearly during the COVID pandemic and more recently in the continental response to Mpox and Marburg. Second, we need to join forces with the growing community of African philanthropists and ensure that health will be a major target of their charitable giving. Partnering with African philanthropists is how the foundation from outside, such as the Gates Foundation, the Susan T. Buffett Foundation, and the MasterCard Foundation, which have contributed so much to Africa's health, can leave a legacy far in excess of the amount they have spent. Third, a study of successful health systems around the world continues and confirms that without exception, the private sector plays an enormous role, both in the provision of care and in ensuring that workers benefit from high-quality insurance, complementing what the state is able to provide on its own. I propose that over the next year, we work together to define new mechanisms for concrete collaboration on healthcare among governments, business, and philanthropies, and draw more and more actors in these efforts. I ask that our African Union health bodies lead us in this work. Let me close by thanking all of you who have been a part of this journey since 2019, and especially those who will be part of the next effort going forward. I hope today we can brainstorm about what is possible and leave this room with a shared conviction that a significant upgrade in Africa's healthcare quality is possible, and that we are also part of a community that will ensure it gets done. Once again, Excellencies, dear heads of state and government, and senior citizens of our continent, and guests who are here, I want to thank you very much once again for finding the time to be here with us today. Thank you very much. I look forward to our discussion.